Well, after a long break, a very, very, very long break, I mean, because like it took time. That's why we're in the same clothes as the last video, because they went through the wash. It's been a few weeks, and here we are. Um, we're gonna start going into the AFC. Oh, my bad, guys. I just exposed him. He didn't wash those clothes.
I
Yeah,
ain't done laundry since pre-COVID. That just sounds gross. That just sounds so gross.
Well, what you don't realize is like they don't realize is that you just rebought everything you're wearing.
That's what I always
Because
do.
yeah, you wear it once, you burn it, and then you go get a new set of clothes.
Mm-hmm. Yep, precisely.
Oh.
Anyway,
And yeah, no. So we're gonna work on the AFC. Our predictions for their record for this season. We already did the NFC. It was a lot of 13-4.
yeah, just as a quick check, I think.
Yeah, quick little reminder.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5 teams that we thought might go 13-4. The Cowboys, the Packers, the Rams, the Vikings, and the Buccaneers. I feel like the Vikings is the real, like, whoa, where did that come from? But they have such a lax season.
Yeah, they have a real easy season.
Yep. But now we're going to do the AFC, break it up into 2 videos. So if you haven't checked out our NFC video, that should be up before this one, theoretically. So go check that out.
Yep.
Let us know what you think. We're going to get into the AFC here. We've already pre-put
previous predictions
based on matchups from the conference games. So every AFC team that you see here already has 5 predictions completed for them. So hopefully that'll speed up the process in this one. Not to mention the AFC, hopefully will just be
they got some dogs.
They got some beasts, and hopefully that'll make it a little bit easier for powerhouse picking. But without further ado, shall we get started, sir?
The Baltimore Ravens.
The Baltimore Ravens. Now, I think they're talented. I think they're really talented. But I'm nervous about them. But I do think they get a dub in week 1, yeah?
Yes. Is it wrong that I think the Dolphins are going to beat them in week 2?
I don't blame you. I also kind of think that.
Yeah.
It's crazy to think about, but I do.
The Dolphins, in my mind, and I mean, I don't follow these 2 teams closely, but in my mind, I've seen the Dolphins make improvements to their team, and I've seen the Ravens
kind of downgrade a little bit.
Downgrade, yeah. Don't know the inner workings, but that's just kind of how I see it.
No, I agree. New England. I think New England's had a really bad offseason.
They have.
I like Baltimore.
They're gonna have such a great, like, they always have such a great system, and Mac Jones fits perfectly in it. But yeah, no, I can see the Ravens beating them.
I like Baltimore here, yeah. Which is good for them because I think they lose their next 2.
I agree. I think they lose their next 2.
And then, as previously established, we already have the Giants losing to Baltimore. Cleveland. All right, hold on. So let me think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Cleveland. This would be Watson's debut game.
Oh. That's tough. I don't know if they're going to be prepared for Watson.
No, but I don't know if Cleveland's going to be able to work out with him. I think it's going to take a few games to click.
Yeah. I'll give it to the Ravens.
Yeah, me too. And then we already have losing to Tampa and then beating the Saints, a bye week, and then beating the Panthers. Then we got the Jaguars. I think they beat the Jaguars.
I would agree.
And
If the Jaguars start clicking, like if for some reason they're having a good season, I think they take that game. Like if they're having somewhat of a decent season up until that point, I think they beat the Ravens. If they're not, if they're relatively the same Jacksonville we saw last year, not a chance.
Right. I think they lose to Denver.
Yeah.
I think they'll beat Pittsburgh. I think here is where they lose to Cleveland because Cleveland will have time to get it together and it'll be in Cleveland. And we already have them beating Atlanta. I think they beat Pittsburgh again, and I think they end the season with a loss to Cincy.
I'm with it.
So with all that, that would put them at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 7. Not bad.
There's potential.
All right. Up next, we have. I hate how that does that.
That does that.
But I got it. We got the Buffalo Bills. All right. So, big season starter for Buffalo. We got Buffalo beating the Rams. I think that's going to make them start off hot. I think they. Honestly, I think.
Titans pull one over on Buffalo.
No, I don't think so. I mean, Buffalo definitely beats Miami and Baltimore.
Yeah.
I think they beat the Titans. I think so. I think they're just better. I don't think the Titans are as good as they should be. And they just lost Julio.
Yeah, but I will say Julio wasn't like the biggest performer on that team.
Yeah, and
he might have drew some coverage though.
Here's the thing: the Titans only won their division last year because Carson Wentz couldn't keep the Colts in the playoffs. That's a fact. I do think they'll lose to Kansas City. I don't know about you.
It'd probably be a close ass game, but yeah. They lose, come off the bye, beat Green Bay.
Throttle the Jets.
Absolutely. Beat Cleveland.
Beat the Vikings and the Lions here. I think they beat New England.
Which one's the home game?
The season finale.
I think they beat him in the season finale.
I think they sweep them. I think they sweep them.
Really?
Mm-hmm. I think New England has downgraded. I don't like New England's offseason. Buffalo, I think, got stronger. Buffalo definitely got stronger.
Do they lose to the Bengals?
Yes. You know what? I actually, so I still say that they beat New England here, but I will retract that they sweep them. I think they'll lose to them in the season finale because they'll have nothing to play for.
They won't need to.
Correct.
Because take 2 losses at the end.
Because even if they take these 2 losses at the end, that puts them at 14-3,
which is strong. Very strong.
I mean, they might rest both those games and only play their starters for half a game in both of them. You know what I mean?
Right.
And if they play their starters for half a game against New England, they might win. 14-3. Come on. There we go. All right. Cincy.
All right. Dub, 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 dub.
Yo, wait a minute.
Yeah, I think so. Based on what we have here, the only teams that they could lose to would be either the Titans, the Chiefs, or the Patriots.
And I don't see them losing to the Patriots. All right. Well, let's just do what's guaranteed, or as close to guaranteed of a pick as you can make.
Right.
So
I say the Titans and the Chiefs beat them.
you think they
I think
both beat them?
I think they both beat them. I think they take 2 losses there, and then win out. Cleveland. I don't think Cleveland stands a chance against them.
Oh, yeah.
I think the Titans and the Chiefs pull off victories.
I don't. I don't want to give a team 17-0, but I don't think. I think Cincinnati is the better team than both of them. I mean, Cincinnati beat Kansas City twice last year, and Kansas City's gotten worse. Or they just have.
You think you think the Bengals are going 17-0?
I can't. Oh, do I honestly believe that?
I don't.
I don't think.
I think they go on this massive win streak, and then they finally get up and they play the Titans and they play Kansas City. I think at that point their players are going to be a little more lax, a little more complacent, and they're going to take these 2 L's. And then they're going to get their head on straight. Beating the Browns is just going to be them working out the kinks, figuring out what's wrong, why they lost those last 2 games. Then they're going to go into Tampa Bay, and they're going to be prepared, and they're going to stomp the yard.
I don't see them losing both those games. Because if they lose to Tennessee, I think they immediately course correct.
You think it's that it's just fast? Like they just fix that shit?
Yes. I do not see them losing 2 games in a row. And if I had to pick one to beat them, I would pick Kansas City. In Cincy, though.
My pick at a bare minimum, I think the Titans beat them. I think they go into the Titans. I think they underestimate them. I think they get beat. I'm thinking they also get beat by KC, but if you don't think so, I'm cool with conceding on that. I know they're not going 17-0.
I don't. I mean, it can be done.
After a string of like subpar teams, some bad teams that they just beat. I think they sleep on the Titans, and I think they get beat. just lines up.
I can
And
see
the Titans are not a bad team. They're not. They have solid offense. They have solid defensive options. I think that's the team they sleep on. That's the team that beats them.
I can see that. I just don't. I don't know if I can see them losing two in a row.
I don't know. I don't know the state Kansas City is going to be in at the end of the season. They could be on fire, just as much as they could be on fire and burning.
Yeah, like they could be on a dumpster fire.
Exactly. But I can very well see both those teams beating Bengals.
I mean, we've said it before. We'll say it again. It's never a safe bet to bet against Patty Mahomes, but I don't feel great about that one. That also makes me feel less great about them beating Baltimore in the final game. Because now they have no reason to play their starters.
Right. You want to swap that out? You want to say Baltimore wins that one? Because Baltimore is going to want to be fighting, since he's going to have less of a reason to fight. That tracks to me. I say we swap those two.
I mean, it depends on what we think Kansas City is going to do. Because if we think they go one, because if we think they're going to be,
do you want to just swap down to Kansas City first?
Yeah, let's do KC real quick, because that's going to be important for what Cincy would want to do. Does Kansas City beat the Chargers in Kansas City?
Out the gate, I'm gonna say no.
Okay.
I think the Chargers are gonna take that one.
Colts.
I think they beat the Colts. I think they beat Tampa. I think they take an L to the Raiders. I think the Raiders are kind of like that surprise team right now. I think they take an L to the Raiders.
In KC.
Oh, shit. You know what? You're right. It is in KC.
Not in KC.
No.
All right. Kansas City in KC against Tennessee. I think they beat Tennessee.
Yeah. Yeah, I can see that.
They definitely beat Jacksonville. I don't know what this X is doing here. It just kind of lives there now because I can't really delete it. I think they beat the Chargers after losing to the Chargers earlier in the season.
Oh, you said they lose to the Bengals. I mean, they beat the Bengals. Lose to the Broncos?
Maybe, yeah, in Denver.
Yeah.
And then slaughter Houston. We already know they beat Seattle.
Did they do the trade?
They
beat Denver.
They beat Denver this time, yeah.
Yeah.
And then that would put them at 2 losses if
Really thinking the Raiders beat them.
I think
the Raiders are gonna. I don't know, man. I'm thinking the Raiders are gonna be a relatively solid team.
All right. Well, so here's the thing. Where it stands right now.
Yep.
Where it stands right now, and this might actually have been a better way to do this now that I'm thinking about it. If we had gone like week 1 and then week 2 and then week 3, so we could have seen how the teams felt going through the season, looking at the other teams. Right now, if we're looking at Kansas City, they have 2 losses. Cincinnati has 2 losses. They know they have the tiebreaker over Cincinnati. But if they lose this game and Cincinnati wins the 1 seed. Do we
Right.
honestly think Kansas City playing for the 1 seed loses to the Raiders?
Tough, man. It's tough to bet against Mahomes. I don't know. These last games are tough. Like the amount of energy going into it. Because what are the Raiders? The Raiders gonna be fighting for? They have too many losses, right? No, they only have 1 right now.
Right now they only got 1. And looking at the rest of their season, they might pick up 3 more. They'd be fighting for a wild card.
Yeah. What do you think? Who's going to be scrapping more at the very end? Who's going to be scrapping more to get into the playoffs? KC, Patty Mahomes, and a team that has historically given up on them way too many times, for the record, or the Raiders, who are like building themselves right now to be like as Super Bowl ready as possible.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with you. I'm gonna go with Vegas winning that. And if Vegas wins that, Cincy has a reason to play their starters. And beats Baltimore.
Yeah.
And
Making them
making them 15-2.
15-2.
Although out of every team I've looked at, I think they genuinely have the best chance at a 15-0 season or 17-0 season. Genuinely.
Yeah.
It makes Kansas City 14-3. All right, Cleveland. Let's get the X ready. Because for the first 6 games, they don't have a quarterback.
Yeah, I'd say the Jets pick up their win. This is the time for these teams to get their wins. The Chargers are going to win handedly.
And so will New England.
Mm-hmm.
And then we're taking Baltimore to beat
We're
them.
taking Baltimore.
And we're taking Cincy. All right, so they go 0-8 to start the season, and then they get a bye week. Now, assuming the suspension hasn't been increased to the full season, DeShawn's been in for 2 games and a bye week to get into the rhythm up against the Dolphins, who I think are a sleeper team this year.
Yeah,
I think they're a dark horse.
Do they continue their losing streak?
And based on what we're looking at for the Dolphins just already, the Dolphins are hot. And it's in Miami. I like Miami.
I do too. But if they lose to Miami,
their season's
now
over.
Now I'm seeing them like click against Buffalo.
No.
Mm-mm.
It's going to take time, man. DeShawn hasn't played in 2 years.
Yeah.
He's gonna be rusty.
So lost to Buffalo, lost to Tampa Bay.
Then they
beat
pick
the
up their first
Texans.
win. Yes.
And then
And that'll be a story and a half. DeShawn Watson picks up his first win of the season against his former team.
Yep.
And
And
then
then we have
they take
the
an
loss.
L to them.
Yep.
And then this is where we picked them to get a win over Baltimore.
Mhm.
This is like their first big win.
Yep.
And I'll let them close out the season winning.
Yeah, I like that. And that's like to prove something. That's
Right,
not a like
right.
they need to play, because they could easily lose to get better draft picks. But
What draft picks?
Oh shit.
They traded them all away for DeShawn.
Oh shit, you're right. Oh, I forgot about that. Oh fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just to prove something at this rate.
Like, they 100% have no reason to lose games.
Yeah.
So then they go 5-12.
And this, for as we stated in the previous, this is under
the impression that he is only a 6-game suspension. Right.
Yeah.
As of right now, he's going to have to serve a 6-game suspension. We know that there are appeals that are hoping to change that one way or the other. We don't have an opinion on it in this video. We have opinions on it, but not for this video. All we're going with is the facts, and the facts are that as of right now, he's suspended for 6 games. They lose all 6 games he's not in, and then it's going to take him a minute to click. Next year, Cleveland's going to be a problem.
Yeah. Yeah.
But this year,
they will be a problem.
All right, Denver. I think Denver's going to start hot.
Yeah, I see no reason why they don't beat the Texans. I think they probably take an L against the Raiders. It'll be the first like solid team they go up against. You don't think so?
I don't know.
I'm thinking they lose to the Raiders. Raiders just got additions to their already relatively solid team from last year.
Yeah, but Denver was a mild contender last year, put on some crazy shit with Drew Lock and Teddy Bridge, and now they got Russ.
That's true.
I'll go with you on this.
Carr's got one of the most explosive wide receivers to ever play football.
But they've never played football together.
Yeah, they have.
Not in the pros.
But I mean,
college ball is different.
I'm just saying, like, they already have chemistry.
They're had chemistry.
I imagine they're clicking. They just gotten better as players.
Yeah, but you get used to certain things being certain ways. And there's no argument. I love Derek Carr, don't get me wrong, but there's no argument that the person throwing the ball to Devontae is going down in skill level.
I want you to think about this. No, it is. I really like Derek Carr. He is not on the same level as Aaron Rodgers.
Not even close.
But Davante Adams is going to pull so much fucking attention.
Is that a good thing?
Yeah. Because he had weapons before Davante joined the team, and he was making that shit work.
Sometimes.
Yeah, but now they have Davante pulling attention. If you just single guard Davante Adams...
Oh, no, I'm not saying that's going to work.
Like, yeah. You single guard Davante Adams ain't going to work, so...
I'm just saying, I think... in the grand scheme of things, I'm not saying that Devontae is not a big addition for the Raiders. I'm not saying that. I'm saying in the grand scheme of things,
single wide
I think Devontae to the Raiders is less impactful than Russell Wilson to the Broncos. I think Russell is more of a game changer than Devontae.
I mean, that's fair.
I think Devontae is one of the greatest wide receivers in the league. But
you need
I trust
certain
Russell
person
Wilson
pulling the
with
ball.
average wide receivers more than I trust one really good wide receiver on the Raiders. But
yeah,
it might take time for
they lose this
Denver to
one. I think they win the second one.
Yeah. Colts in Denver. In Denver makes me want to take Denver.
It does. I think I want to take Denver on that one.
That one felt close to me, and I feel like in Denver leaned it for me.
I think the Chargers might have the next one. Chargers home.
Okay.
What do you think?
Yeah. I'm fine with it.
I don't think we have to talk about the Jets or the Jags.
Jags.
I don't know how the Broncos or DeShawn is after a bye.
Russell historically plays pretty well after a bye.
Yeah.
Historically, last year is not the case, but
you think they're gonna take Titans?
Let's see, what would the Titans be doing recently? By the time Denver comes around,
They would have just got
throttled.
Did we say? Yeah, they would have just got beat.
This is one of those ones I could see going either way. It's
I really could.
So
I might want to just give it to them. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll lean Tennessee just because it's in Tennessee.
And then they beat the Raiders, Panthers. They beat Baltimore. They take. Did we say they take an L to the? No, we said they beat KC.
Yes.
Yep. So they win all the way till the Rams game. I like that. That makes sense to me. They beat the Cardinals and then
No, we had them lose this.
Oh, right. Yeah, no, we had them win.
Yeah, we had them lose the other one.
Yeah.
And then that puts them in a 1, 2, 3, 4 losses. Puts them in a
10-4.
They'd be 12-4 going into the last game.
Oh. Against the Chargers.
At home. And I think I like Denver there.
Yeah, I think I like Denver.
Which would put them at our favorite fucking result.
13-4.
Yeah, it's 13-7. Jesus Christ. I love football as much as the next person, but we do not need 20 games in the regular season. Not needed. All right.
Shit.
Let's get this X ready.
Oof.
All right.
Oh, God.
They lose to the Colts. We just had them lose to the Broncos. We already had them lose to the Bears. They lose to the Chargers. Jags. In Jacksonville. Jags.
Jags. Yeah. I can see them win the second one.
Maybe.
The home game.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Raiders. Titans.
This is tough, man.
Yikes.
This is
Dolphins.
Oh.
Browns. Chiefs.
You just have them getting one win.
Titans.
I don't like this.
I don't like
I don't
this
like this
either.
at all.
I don't like it either.
It doesn't seem right. Because I know they're not a good team. I know they're a bad team.
Mm-hmm.
But I imagine they're better than just getting one win, bad team. I know they're going to get more than one win. Who are they going to get those wins on? I know it. I know it's going to happen.
I
Right?
don't, because they got a tougher schedule this year, and they didn't play great last year. One of the games that we were back and forth on, but we went with the other team, was the Giants. They could upset the Giants, but I do think it would be considered an upset.
That's tough, man. That's tough. Fuck it. Hey, this is how it fell. I don't feel good about it. I know they're going to beat one of these teams. I can feel it, but I can't logically say which team they would beat.
The Chiefs. The fucking Chiefs. And the Cowboys.
They're just going to beat team. Yeah, that's what it is. They're only going to beat teams that they should handedly lose to. Right?
Right. Colts. Do they beat the Colts in the final week? No. No, they don't.
No.
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 Look, I wanna,
not in Indy.
No. I want to give like Davis Mills some love, but like,
you want to go ahead and say it out loud for me?
1-16.
Damn. Hey, man. Somebody has to suck.
Yeah.
And you know what? You know what? They're going to stack on them first rounders.
Yes, they will.
Thanks to
Shit, they need it. They need it.
Yeah, they do. All right. Indy. All right, good old Indy. What does Matty Ice do for you?
Well, they beat the Texans.
Mm-hmm.
And
the Jags.
Do we have Casey beating them? I imagine we have Casey beating them.
Yeah. Yes. Down here.
All right.
Tennessee.
That's a tough start.
In Indy.
Win?
Yeah, I think so.
Broncos, we
took the Broncos
slated to win.
Beats Jacksonville again.
Yeah.
Do they?
And a lot of these calls aren't against Matty Ice.
No,
it's the fact that it's gonna be
the whole team.
Yeah.
Do they sweep the Titans?
I can't imagine.
I can. What does Tennessee have that puts
King
them
Henry.
leaps and bounds? Because last year, no,
not
really. They both have kind of meh defenses. And Derrick Henry's better, but Matt Jonathan Taylor's still saucy.
That's true.
He's still saucy. Like, let's not sleep on Jonathan Taylor. And Matty Ice
so-
is leaps and bounds better than Tannehill.
Yeah.
Like, yes, Tennessee has the better running back.
Yeah, but at the
is
same
the amount of
time,
running back
like,
better than the amount of quarterback difference? I don't think so.
yeah, you're right. Gotta go with the Colts. That's tough.
That's a tough one. I could see that one going either way.
Pats. I think the Patriots take it. I'm thinking, honestly, I'm not even thinking Mac Jones in this situation. I'm thinking just defensive schemes. I'm thinking just like,
yeah, no, that's fair.
Team orientation. I think the Pats would take that win.
Raiders.
We already decided.
No,
we already decided for the Raiders?
No, we haven't done the Raiders yet.
Oh. Raiders in Indy.
I like the Raiders.
Sounds like it.
I think I like the Raiders. I'll tell you what.
Yeah, I'll go with the Raiders.
Okay, I was gonna say if you're feeling the Colts, I'll let you have it.
I'm iffy about it, but I think the Raiders.
Well, I was gonna say if you're feeling the Colts, I'll let you have it if you can name one wide receiver on the Colts right now.
Moving on.
Okay. I'll take Pity.
What do you mean?
Huh?
Fuck you mean? I know the running back because he's spectacular, and I know Matt Ryan because he just got transferred there.
Yeah. Take them to beat Pittsburgh. Take them to lose to Dallas. Bye week. Lost to Minnesota. Lost to the Chargers?
Yeah.
And then win their last two. I think so.
Yeah.
And then win their last two. Which would give them a record of...
I will say, the Chargers do have a knack for just losing games they should win.
Yes. Although I will say this, I think we did a good job on this one because in my brain, 9 and 8 was right around what I thought they should be, and I think that's what they are.
Makes sense.
No, they're 10 and 7. All right, they're a little bit better than what I thought they should be. That sounds about right to me, actually. 10 and 7 seems very fair for them. Jags. Let's just go ahead and get this this X ready. All right, so T-Law, loss.
Is it dude?
Loss.
I bet for some reason they're gonna win that fucking Chargers game.
They could.
They shouldn't. But I bet they're going to. They should.
They could. We can't bet on it. You can. I can't.
You think they pull a random win over the Raiders? What about that win over KC? I mean, they beat the Lions, so that's good, right? Are they better than the Texans? Yes. Do they beat the Jets? What do you think?
The number 1 draft pick versus the number 2 draft pick and the should have been number 1 draft pick.
Who won that game last year?
Don't remember.
That did happen last year. I'm curious who won that game.
I'm checking. Jaguars at Jets. December 26th, 2021. Wilson and the Jets hold on to the edge, defeat Lawrence and Jaguars 26-21. in what seems to just be an ugly game. Trevor Lawrence did not throw for any touchdowns. Zach Wilson threw for 1 touchdown and ran for 91 yards. Jesus Christ, Wilson.
Unfortunately, that didn't help me. I'm gonna be honest. That did not help me decide which one of these teams would win.
It's in New York.
Fuck it, give it to him. Fuck it, give it to him.
Okay.
Yeah, it's in New York. It's in New York. Fuck it. I don't know. I'll be honest. I don't know.
I don't either.
Both teams are probably going to be trash, like absolute garbage. But who knows? Maybe they play White that game, and White pops off, right? Maybe.
Shows what draft pick he should have been. So the Jaguars go 2-15.
Yikes.
And by some fucking miracle, 2-15 is good enough to not be in last place in your division. That's just hard to think about.
Oh god. Are we being too harsh on these teams?
No.
Like are we like underestimating capabilities?
I mean, probably, because the thing is we should be looking at the fact that we have a bunch of teams that have got a shit ton of wins, then a bunch of teams that got none, and find a balance. Yeah. But that's not how the NFL always works.
Oh, sometimes the team just beats everyone's ass.
All right. Las Vegas. Big opening game. I like Vegas.
Yeah. I do.
Vegas at Tennessee in week 3.
It makes sense if they took their first loss here.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I mean, that's when you want them. You want those losses early. So,
I think we had them taking this loss to Denver.
Denver?
They beat Denver. We have Denver winning. Or
we have Raiders beating Denver.
Yeah. In Denver. Oh, no, in Vegas. Okay. And then losing to KC.
Went on their bye. Beating the dog shit out of the Texans.
God, they're going to come off a loss to the fucking Chiefs and then get a bye and go into Houston. Oh, poor Houston.
Yeah, I think they're going to be a little upset.
And then we got them going on a little mini tear.
Yep. Do the Colts. Do we have them? The Bucks?
No, this is where we had them lose to the Broncos. This is where we had them lose. In Denver.
Yeah.
And then
do you think they're gonna lose to the Chargers? Is that gonna happen?
No.
Or do you think by this point, like Chargers' best chance was probably in the first game, right?
Yeah.
At this point, the Raiders are gonna be
picking up steam
over team. Yeah.
I got them beating New England. Yes.
Yeah.
Definitely beating Pitt and taking an L. Oh no, we have them beating Kansas City in the last game.
Yeah, winning out.
Which means 1, 2, 3, 4 losses.
Love that number.
God damn it, man. We're so wrong. It's not even funny.
If we are even 50% right, I'm gonna take that as a dub.
Yeah, me too. All right, the Chargers. All right, so we have a weird season for the Chargers because it looks like the Chargers lose here and then win here is where we took them to win here. And here. And here. And here.
You're gonna beat Cleveland?
Huh? Yeah, it's week 5.
Yeah.
It's week 5, yeah.
Broncos.
And here. This is weird. And then that's where they lose.
Their season doesn't look too tough. I'm gonna be honest. Overall, looking at their season, it's not the toughest lineup I've ever seen.
Dolphins.
Ooh. I can see the Dolphins winning.
I can too. Tennessee in Los Angeles after 2 straight losses.
I mean, honestly, maybe they might lose these. I think I don't remember what it was, but I feel like didn't the Chargers like once they started losing, like they just kept losing last season?
Yeah.
Like it took them a while to get out of that rut.
Mm-hmm. We have them turn it around a little bit on Indy,
Bolts.
which results in 5, 6, 7 losses.
That actually makes a lot of sense to me. I don't know if you have any different thoughts about it, but makes a lot of sense.
What the final record being 10-7?
Yeah.
I think that was a little high.
I think they're a team that should be winning more games.
Yeah,
they just don't.
Right.
I don't watch them enough to like figure out why they don't. But
Right.
I know they're a team that should.
All right, Miami, what are we doing?
I think
they win.
I think they win.
I do too. And then we had them.
Dolphins like beating the Patriots.
Win Baltimore. Lose Buffalo. Yes, lose Buffalo.
Do you know how much hype is going to be around Miami if they win their first 2 games against
those
the
2
Patriots
teams
and the Ravens? Yeah, against those 2 teams.
God,
so much hype.
Could you imagine if somehow they upset Buffalo the week after that?
Oh God,
dude, Miami just
they're gonna lose their shit, dude.
Those poor people wouldn't know what to do with themselves.
Like we're winning in football.
Tua?
What?
I'm gonna have to learn how to say this man's last name. For the record, in case you didn't know, it's Tonga Vailoa. For everybody listening.
For the record, in case you didn't know, I'm not saying that. Nothing against him. I would disrespect the man by trying to say his last name. All right.
It is
next
Tua
game.
Tonga Vailoa. That's a really big check mark by accident.
God dang.
I didn't mean to do that. I grabbed the wrong spot.
He was like, that's gonna be a big win.
I was like, that's gonna be a big win.
Big win.
Yeah, it's Tua Tonga Vailoa. Now, that being said, I could never pronounce his first name in full effect. Because Tua, it's Tua, and then an apostrophe, and then 700 more letters. Like.
Oh, you sure it's a check mark and not the one game the Jets upset? You had to think about that, don't you?
No.
No? All right.
No, I'm pretty good on that one. Honestly, I feel pretty good about that one.
I'm trying to make them really think about upset potential. Didn't work. Did not work that time. All right.
Yo, we took the Dolphins to be fucking problems.
Yeah, we did.
Wait a minute. That's a lot of green. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
And they lose to the Pats at the end.
They're 9-6 with 2 games left. They definitely beat the Jets at the end.
Yeah. I can see the Pats winning the second encounter. But I can also see the Dolphins just beating them
Doing it
out
again.
of spite. Yeah, just because it fucking happens. I don't know.
So, all right. So this would put them at 10-6. Do we think they're a 10-7 or an 11-6 team? That's what we need to ask ourselves right now, because this game could go either way. So what sounds more realistic, Brett? Close your eyes and picture it. In 2022, the Miami Dolphins went 10-7. In 2022, the Miami Dolphins went 11-6. 10-7.
Why did it get so much higher? I don't understand.
It got so much higher.
I don't get it. Tyreek Hill's not going to bring that much to the team. Shit.
It got so much higher in my head when I closed my eyes to think about that.
I was like, oh god.
Those numbers sound so different.
We're gonna have people watching this and it's like, this is how they're making their decisions. It's like you didn't even look at the stats. You didn't look at the players. You didn't look at the odds. Like, you're just, what are you doing? Like, man, one number sounds nice. I don't know what to tell you. It's a nice sounding number.
Which one sounds better? 10-7, yes. 11-6. That sounds like a big first number.
Which one sounds more likely to be said at the end of the season?
10-7, 11-6.
11-6. Too easy.
10-7. All right, moving on. New England. Well, based on the strange picks we've been fucking making.
Holy shit.
They they beat Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
We took Baltimore to win.
We're gonna see the way we picked for the Patriots, and we're gonna like look at it and be like, oh,
maybe we slipped.
Yeah, maybe some of these teams aren't gonna beat the Patriots, the fucking New England Patriots. The Jets. Man, that's rough. Colts. We have them. This isn't looking too bad.
No.
Looking all right.
They take this L to Buffalo.
Certified L. They take an L to the Raiders. No, wait. Yeah. Take an L to the Raiders.
Take an L to the Patriots, or to the Bengals. And then we had them take a dub here.
We didn't randomly say that the Bengals were going to beat the Patriots, did we? Did we do that?
Not randomly.
No. Randomly say like the Patriots are going to beat the Bills. I'm sorry.
No.
Well, tongue-tied over here.
No.
Okay. Cool.
We took the. Wait. Yes, we took the Patriots to win that last one.
Yeah.
All right. So we'll take.
Patriots are gonna have something to fight for.
It looks like it, maybe? Actually, because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 6. This last game would put them above Miami and the Chargers. That sounds about right for the Patriots, 11-6. That sounds fairly reasonable.
I'm with it.
All right, I'm gonna get the X ready.
Do we have them beating a single team? Pittsburgh? Pittsburgh? They beat Pittsburgh?
Do we have Pittsburgh beating a single
I
team,
don't.
dog?
I don't.
Hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on. Didn't we take the Jets to beat? Somebody? Anybody? Oh, Cleveland.
Okay.
Week 2. Because it's
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
useless
Yeah.
Cleveland.
Yeah. Useless Cleveland. Yeah. They beat them. Um. Have the Jags beating them. Oh. I don't know who they're supposed to play to get another dub. I don't think there is anybody.
Oh, we took them beating the Jags.
Okay. Okay. Both times?
They only
Or
played
was
them
it
once.
just once? Just once. Okay. All right. Yeah. They won.
Do they beat or lose to Pittsburgh?
So the Steelers are going to have Trubisky, which is unfortunate for them. Wait, it is the Steelers, right?
Mm-hmm.
Trubisky, yeah. They still have Najee Harris,
Mm-hmm.
solid running back. Um, okay, I see you heard all you needed to hear.
Yeah.
I'm,
All right.
I'm not gonna argue it. Yeah.
Um.
I would give the Steelers one win. Great.
Yeah.
Oh, two, because they beat Cleveland first time.
Yeah.
Yeah. There you go.
I think that's it. Like, I don't even know if there's any discussion to be had because I think we already picked
No.
all these games.
Yeah.
Like, I think we're
Yeah.
we're done now. It's just a matter of filling in the blanks.
Nah, pretty much.
Um. So that puts
It's a shame. Um, Man, it's gonna be a rough year for Pittsburgh.
Yeah, well, it's the first year without Ben.
Rough year. Yep. This is gonna be their first? I mean, based off of what we're saying, is this the first losing season for?
Since Ben became their quarterback, because Ben never had a
Yeah.
losing season.
Right.
He had a couple 8-8s, but he never had a losing season.
It'd be the first one for Tomlin.
Yeah, I
Right?
think so. Yes.
And I mean, so this is a team because the Steelers win games. They somehow win games, even when their team is shit. So who knows? Maybe they pull off a bunch of surprise wins. I mean, Trubisky, I don't think he's a very good quarterback, but he is experienced, and they have other members of that team that could pull something off. They'll have a solid run game. I imagine they bolstered their offensive line. And I can't remember if we said it in the previous video, but I mean, for a lot of these teams, we are uneducated as to a lot of their developments and what
Yeah.
they've done, just because we don't follow these teams. A lot of what we're going off of is big news and how they performed the previous year.
Right. Because the fact of the matter is, how you perform the previous year is still going to be very important for how you do this year most of the time. Unless you had a big change, in which we probably heard about.
Yeah. But hey, I mean, a lot of surprise people can pop up out of that draft and change a lot.
That's facts. That is facts.
But until they're proven, I can't just bank on it.
That is also facts.
Jets and Steelers are going to be undefeated for the first 6 weeks. We're just going to look stupid.
God damn it. Hey, Brett.
Yeah?
Without looking, you want to guess what the final record for the Titans is?
Are you about to say 13-4?
I certainly am.
Wow.
All right, so with that information, the AFC would have the 14-3 Buffalo Bills, the 15-2 Cincinnati Bengals, the 14-3 Kansas City Chiefs, and the 13-4 Tennessee Titans. And then your wild card teams would be the 13-4 Las Vegas Raiders, the 11-6 New England Patriots, and then the 10-7 Baltimore Ravens, 10-7 Miami Dolphins, and 10-7 Los Angeles Chargers would have a three-way tie for the final wild card spot.
This was not easy, folks.
No.
Not in the slightest.
No.
So how do you feel about these picks?
I don't feel great about any of it. I feel like we're so wrong, it's not even funny.
No. Like, I'm just thinking about the shit that took place last year.
1, 2,
like
3.
So many of these teams that we're saying are going to lose are just going to randomly pull out victories throughout this season.
So here's the thing. We're not only saying that 7 people go 13-4, but we're also saying that there are 3 other teams that do better than that. And so we're saying there are 10 teams with 13 or more wins this season. Let's just go ahead and do a little fact check real quick.
Has this ever happened before?
Well, let's just check what things looked like last year. The best team in the AFC, 12-5. And the best team in the NFC, 13-4. There were 2 of them. And 2 12-5s in the NFC. We are currently predicting for more teams to go 13-4 or better than last year we had teams that went 11 wins or up.
Shit, man.
Some teams have really improved. And on the flip side of things, the Lions went 3-13. The Jaguars went 3-14. Those were the 2 worst teams because the Lions had a tie. So
some teams got real bad.
So 3-14 was the worst record last year. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have 5 teams doing worse than that this year.
So
No, six.
Okay.
Six. It was 6 teams doing worse than that this year.
I think what this speaks to is on paper, a lot of teams should be doing way better than they did last year.
Yeah.
Or like way better than they end up getting as records. And a lot of teams should be doing way worse.
You know what else I think this speaks to? We ain't good at this.
Probably not. So what do you think? Should we update this at any point?
I think what we should do, and we'll ask the viewers what they think, but my thought, we'll post these 2 videos, NFC and AFC, at the halfway point through the season. Week 9. We come back and look at this picture.
We see how we've done,
and we just check the records.
Should we from week 9 prog out what's going to happen next? See how we do.
We'll see, because this took a long time. This was 3 hours worth of work.
Yeah.
And that would only cut it in half. You know what I mean? And we'd have like the actual season actively going on to be like, fuck, now our decisions are harder. So I don't know about all that, but
we'll see.
Maybe we can do a video where we look at where the records are halfway through the season, and we just see how many of our records. Let's not even worry about the picks. Let's just see how many of our records are still possible. Let's see by week 9 how many teams we said had 4 or less losses have more than 4 losses. And let's see how many of our teams that we said had 2 or less wins already have 3 wins.
So I think it's interesting how the picks for like Green Bay and Dallas, I think, seem the most fleshed out. Does that make sense? Like we're having our teams, like the teams that we know the best. It's like, yeah, no, they're gonna take an L here. Like not like, hey, based on paper, this team should just beat this team. Like, no, they're taking an L here.
Yeah, on paper, Dallas should beat Tennessee 10 times out of 10. Yeah. We have them losing. On paper, Green Bay should beat almost everybody. They don't.
No, they don't.
But the good news is, based on the way things look right now, you're not going to get the bye week in the playoffs because you're not even going to fucking win your division.
Which I'm low-key happy about. I'd like to not get that bye week. We need
to work.
To keep the train going.
to work.
Them legs are meant for walking.
That ain't what they do.
No, not when they take a seat. Now it's like, oh shit, I gotta get up. Fuck.
But that'll do it for this. Like we said in the last video, and we'll say it one more time in this one. We like the idea of bringing you more semi-regular content with variety, not just the podcast. So if you have ideas for videos, whatever they may be, things for Brett and I to discuss, Salo and I to discuss, Brett and Salo to discuss, all 3 of us to discuss. This isn't just a me and Brett thing for videos. This is beyond us in general. Brett and I just did this because this isn't something Salo would have anything to do with.
The guy likes football.
He doesn't like football, so it's not his thing. But we figured we would do this. If you have ideas, let us know. We'd be happy to try and expand our repertoire.
Yeah.
But I think that's going to do it for this one.
Do. I agree. So, you've been beyond us, and we'll see you next time.
Later.
Deuces.